A while back, I gave a guy a chance that I probably shouldn't have. He got me to sleep with him early on and immediately took it as we're dating. I didn't have the heart to correct him, so I went along with it. That turned into a couple of months together, until I found out his secret. After that, I ended things immediately. We first met at a retail job I had. He seemed a little off at first, but people around me encouraged me to give him a chance. I've had bad experiences with men before, so my expectations were already pretty low. Still, I pushed past my hesitation and got to know him. Things seemed fine in the beginning. Then came our first date night. I bought food to cook at his place. He was way too handsy and groping me constantly. Even though I wasn't comfortable, I didn't want to cause conflict or look like the bad guy, so I went along with it and we ended up sleeping together. Looking back, I should have said no, but at the time I froze and just went with it. From that point, he assumed we were in a relationship. I didn't want to crush him, so again, I went along with it. Some notes from the short time we were together. He talked about marriage constantly, even though we had barely started dating. He was quite a bit older than me, so I brushed it off as him feeling pressure about settling down. He complained about using protection and kept pushing me to get on birth control instead. Whenever I brought up the future, I told him he needed to establish a career if he expected me to take him seriously. He always dodged the conversation, which made me suspect he expected me to be the breadwinner. His friends were off. One admitted openly to being addicted to porn, specifically hentai, and they'd talk about it right in front of me. My ex even asked me about porn, specifically hentai, and whether I was okay with it. I told him I'd rather keep that kind of stuff private. He slapped my ass constantly, to the point where I'd walk in ways to avoid being in reach. He admitted he wanted to record us during sex, which was a hard no for me. I made it clear that phones had to be put away when we were intimate because I didn't trust him not to try. To be fair, he did shower me with compliments, invited me over all the time, gave me gifts, and at least for a little while, made me feel attractive in ways I hadn't before. I've always struggled with body image, so that meant something. I even found myself considering marriage, which makes me sick to admit now. Everything came crashing down when my sibling pulled me aside one day and showed me something they had found. His face on a sex offender registry. At first, I laughed in disbelief. Then reality hit, and I felt disgust, rage, and fear all at once. My sibling had just been browsing out of curiosity, something they do often when checking crime reports or local registries. By complete chance, they discovered his name. My whole family ended up finding out, and after talking it over, I decided he had to go. I didn't just text him to break it off because I had belongings at his place and didn't want him coming to mine, so my sibling drove me over. I confronted him directly, showed him his registry profile, and asked, "Why am I finding this out from my sibling?" He had no answer. I gave him back his things and walked away. Ladies, and men too, please learn to say no. Even if it feels hard in the moment, it might save you so much pain. And check your local offender registry before getting serious with someone. My siblings saved me by doing that, and I hate to think where I'd be if they hadn't. Now I'm with someone I've known for years. We were friends first, dated briefly before, and reconnected later. I told them about everything, and they said it sounded like my ex was love bombing me and could have easily trapped me in that relationship. Thank God I got out of it.